Well, hello. This is Antherica Lane with the Church of Christ Digital Network, and we have Stevie B of Stevie B Media Productions co-hosting with me today. How you doing, Stevie B?
I'm doing just fine, Dr. Lane. How you doing?
We're doing great. I'm so glad we have an opportunity to work together and talk
Yes.
about our experience at Cama 2024.
It was a joy getting the chance to meet you in person. We've been working together for the last year or so, and but I got finally got a chance to meet you, and it was good to meet you and work with you at Cama. Had a great time. We
Yeah,
make a great team, Doc. We make a
I
great
know.
team.
I agree. I agree. And we have a great team on the show tonight. We have Robert Guy, we have Hammond Burke, and we have John T. Edmerson. How are you all doing this evening?
Doing great.
Glad to be here.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well,
Yes,
welcome.
doing great.
Great, great. Welcome to On the Red Carpet at Cama 2024. What a fantastic production. Didn't you? I mean, wasn't it just a wonderful experience, Robert?
This was my first and definitely won't be my last. Cama 2024. It gave everything that I was expecting, and it just gives more opportunities for our future. Looking forward to that. It was phenomenal. So many great artists, just people with working spirits that just, that collaborative attitude was there. The spirit of God was there. I was just glad to be a part of it.
Oh, well, awesome. Before we get too far into CAMA 2024, I cannot have Robert Guy and John Emerson on one interview without talking about Southwestern Christian College. I mean, when I was younger, the summer tour was, I mean, it was just awesome. You guys were like celebrities. I mean, literally, you were like celebrities every time you came. Can you talk about how you all started working together at Southwestern Christian College and how you started to build that relationship and love of music?
Rob?
Well, well, well. I was going to give it over to you. I don't, Southwestern was a great springboard for a lot of things in our lives, both for life and also in the music ministry. And getting together with John Emerson, John Green, our great late brother John Green, David Wilson, all the other folks in our summer tour, our directors basically put us together, and as Veronica Williams, and just so many talented people were there at Southwestern, and I don't envy her for the having to make the decision to pick and choose and put people in the group, but it wound up being the best group ever in terms of how we felt about one another. Not so much, the music is it came out as good as well, but just the camaraderie and all of that was just really great, magical, and it felt really natural. John Emerson, he's starting to sow his roots with songwriting and arranging, and so it's just and us just being friends for all these years has been it's been awesome. So it's great to be able to reunite on this project.
Absolutely. Rob and I met at the National Youth Conference back in the 80s, and we went down to Terrell that following year, and he and Brian and I just hit it off. We've been tight ever since. So when the auditions came up, like Rob said, I mean, it was half the school was trying out. It was just so stressful in terms of who's going to be in, who's going to be out. And so when that final list was released, and I saw Rob and I were going to be in the group, it really worked out well, and it was great and it's great to see Rob continue to grow. I'm just happy to be a part of his growth and just watching him mature and develop, not only as a musician but as a father and husband. So it's been great, and Kama is capturing the many years of our working together in so many different ways. So we appreciate Brother Pratt, and we're looking forward to continuing to help Kama go to the next level.
Oh, that's absolutely awesome. So, Robert, you I know that you've been singing for a very long time. Many of us know your work with Southwestern Christian College and a cappella. It just really seemed fitting for you to be in the role that you were in at Cama. Can you talk a little bit about your work with the artists this year at Cama 2024?
Well, first off, it's a delight and it's an honor to be asked to serve anywhere in building God's kingdom. And just the things that you mentioned, Southwestern, Harding, a cappella, and otherwise, I've been blessed with many opportunities to go and be on a little both sides of the microphone, if you will, and seeing how things are done and see what expectations are there from people that are requesting us to sing or to perform on a certain platform. So a lot of different things afforded me the opportunity, and then just paying attention when I go places. And I'm prayerful that I was able to help be an encouragement to those artists that are just starting and those that are aspiring to go to the next level. I experienced a great deal of talent. We experienced a great deal of talent at Cama 2024. I mean, some folks that just like they don't even know how good they are, and I'm just praying that they continue to seek out their gifts and invest in their gifts and just continue to give it back to God. But it was really a joy because everybody was cooperative and any constructive criticism or anything to help them develop, they seemed receptive. And that to me is what you have to be because I was always, I'm still a sponge. But in environments that I would go into, that I was afforded to go into, I just went in like a sponge and I tried to soak up as much as I could. I'm watching the light guy, I'm watching the sound guy, I'm watching everybody just trying to pick up little pieces. And now God is blessing me to be able to, while I'm still soaking up, I'm also being squeezed so that with that which is within me is able to come out. And
Yes.
it's been great, and I'm excited for the next step with 2026 with Cama and everything else.
Yeah. Now,
Robert, I
Kevin,
want to commend you for your excellent job that you did as MCing at Cama. You did a great job
Oh, thank
MCing. But I did want to
thank you.
ask you, what was your favorite aspect of Cama?
Well, that's a really hard question. That was because I was so involved, with hands on with a lot of things, not a lot of things, but several different things there. That consumed a lot of my time, but I guess you could safely say that was the highlight because believe it or not, I'm a behind the scenes kind of person. I really enjoy. Uh, I'd rather be heard than seen,
Mm,
or see the effects of what was taking place in the back or underneath, whatever it is. That's always been my joy, and working with the artist backstage, sitting elbow to elbow with Brother Pratt, learning from him on how things work back there with Cama and just the whole, the VOG and making sure everything is time wise was taking place. I just love it. Sometimes I like being under the gun and under pressure a little bit. I like to know what I'm doing a little bit, but once you're under pressure, that's you got timelines and things like that. That's what really brought me joy, and just seeing everybody come together and
mm.
share the light. That was a highlight for me because I really didn't get a sense of anybody just trying to, hey, here's me, it's all
hmm
about me. There was a little bit of that in there, but anyway, it was
Now,
more.
now, now, I do have a question for John. John, you had a new role this year as co-executive
Yes.
producer, working side by side
Mhm.
with Brother Pratt. What is it like to work with Brother Pratt and his daughter Kaylee to pull off such a fantastic production?
It was a great experience. Pratt, as you know, has been doing Cama for over 30 years. He's been in the entertainment business all the way back to his young adult years. So he has a lot of know-how in terms of shows, putting together shows, working with people, negotiating contracts. So I've been right with him. I've already been with him, but this year I really was right with him, and it was good to see. I'm requesting to stay in this role another year because it's just so much. A lot of people have no idea all that's involved in doing the Christian Acapella Music Awards, and it is a vast set of skills and know-how that you need to really make it happen. So to your point, Stevie B, I enjoyed it. I learned. I was challenged. I was pushed. I'm open, much like Rob. I want to learn as much as I can, and then of course it was really great being exposed to all of the various artists. And Pratt and I really enjoyed that. We had the most artists that wanted to participate in Cama this year. We had the most projects ever submitted in one cycle this year, and we had the most nominations that we've
Mm.
ever had in a year. And then, of course, the state of California, we had the most nominations that we've ever had in the history of Cama ever. Period.
Mm.
Wow.
So I was a big part of helping to make some of that happen. Pratt and I partnering together. So it was great, Stevie B. And I try not to make my answer so long next time. But
It's
thank
all
you,
good.
Pratt.
It's all good.
Yeah, John, how did you get the Lancasters involved? They really just added something really special to the event this year.
Rob, as you know, is with the acapella company, and as I was looking at our portfolio of artists, we wanted to be diverse, but we don't have a lot of exposure or a lot of relationships with our brothers and sisters out of various ethnic groups. So I talked to Rob about Anthony because I was a huge fan of a song he wrote on their latest album called Heaven and Earth. I mean, when I first heard it, I just fell in love with it. So I said, man, I would love to get Anthony to come and to do a session for us on songwriting, to perform his tracks. And then when I spoke with him, I didn't know that he and his siblings were reinventing the Lancasters to where it was just going to be them. And he asked if they could come and be a part of the weekend, and we jumped at the chance. And what a tremendous decision that was.
This is Stevie B. We're here live at Jacksonville, Florida at the National Academy of Christian Acapella Music Artists Awards. I'm here with Region Harmony from Nashville, Tennessee. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves to our viewers and listeners?
Hey, we are so excited to be here. I'm Anthony Lancaster.
Melissa Lancaster,
Allison Lancaster.
Kimberly Lancaster.
Alan Brantley.
And so we're also the Lancasters. We sing with Region Harmony, but we also have a singing group called the Lancasters. So we're
Yes.
here as the Lancasters tonight for the show.
Yes.
Now, why don't you tell us the kind of music that our listeners can get used to hearing from you guys? What are we supposed
Christian
to be hearing
pentatonics. That's what we're trying. That's
Christian
what we're,
is
that's
that
what we're
something
aiming
new?
for.
Christian pentatonic?
I mean, I don't know of a lot that are. That's kind of the
Christian
style we're going for.
pentatonic.
So yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yeah, we got an EP coming out at the end of the year.
Okay.
So and a new music video and everything. So we'll look for that beginning of the new year.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have had this group on my radio show at least twice
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
They've been
yeah.
on my radio show, Stevie B's Acapella Gospel Music Blast. Now, why don't you tell our viewers some of your latest tunes that you have released here recently from your last album?
That's right. The most recent release for the Lancasters with the music video, you can find us on YouTube, social media. It's called Pure, a very beautiful song, and that's come out. And we're very soon going to
Yes.
release at the end of the year
Yep.
a song called Fire, and that's where
Yeah,
we're
CC
excited
Wine
about
and
that.
Fire. So it's our version of that.
Now, I did have a question. Why don't you tell our viewers the style that you're using with the all the members of the congregation singing?
With Region Harmony. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, with
Tell
Region
us about
Harmony, I guess the best way to describe it is I call it the stacky style. See, some
Mashups.
of the viewers might know a song called mashup, a song called Greatest Commands, or where we sing a lot of songs. God is able.
Yeah.
It's kind of each part has its own identity and has its own rhythm and it has its own. So I think that's a great way to teach music because where somebody might not hear their part instinctively, if you frame every part as its own melody, that makes it more accessible for young people.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not had a chance to hear this group, you're going to love what you're hearing from Region Harmony. I love playing their music on my shows. I always look forward to having them on my shows because they're very, very entertaining. Just if you have not familiar with acapella gospel music, you're sleeping on us. acapella gospel music, some of the world's greatest acapella artists in the world. We have them right here at the National Academy of Christian Acapella Music Artists Awards. I'm just glad you all was able to make it.
Thank
We're
you for
excited.
having us.
What a
We're
blessing
excited
this
to be
here.
is. What a
Thank
blessing.
you.
Give a shout out to some of your friends and family that are out there viewing us right now.
Hey to all my friends at the Madison Church of Christ.
Yeah, Northfield Church.
Northfield Church.
Yes, Church Unlimited, Birmingham, Alabama.
And all of my family in Nashville. Love you, Mimo.
That's right.
Check out Region Harmony, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the National Academy of Christian Acapella Music Artists Awards here in Jacksonville, Florida. Join us in year 2026. We're already starting to prep now.
That's right.
Get your tickets, make your reservations, enjoy the show. Hey, glad to have you guys.
Great to be on.
What a
Thank you,
blessing.
Stevie.
What a blessing.
We got some folks across the pond that we can reach out to that would definitely be here at Cama. So folks in Africa, South Africa, they've already been reaching out and talk. And these are some talented people.
Wow.
They've got some acapella groups down in the islands, So we've got it's wide reach where this thing can go.
Wow.
Now we got Hammond Burke on here with us from the
Yes.
Shellcastle Network out of Plano, Texas. Hammond, we don't want to forget you. Now tell us now, what was your role in Cama?
Well, my playground is always technology, and so it's a phenomenal thing to see the evolution of it throughout the years. And this was my third show, I believe, doing the live event graphics. And so this year we added the element of video streaming, kind of this experimental thing, and it was actually a phenomenal turnout. We had, I think, over 700 people actually tune in. And so we want to build on top of that for the next one and build it up over the 2 years rather than, preparing everything right before the show. We want to have people getting used to what Cama is about before it actually arrives. And so we want to use that vehicle technology to do that. And then I also want to thank Brother Emerson because I worked with him back in 2007 at the Cincinnati Lectureship. And so we were pioneering things back in the day.
Back then.
Yeah, we streamed that, and there was baptisms from that in the congregation, I think in California, right? And so,
Yep, Southside.
Yes, sir. He believed in. That's right. He believed in us back then, and so we've been playing ever since. And the way technology and just in general is changing, it's a phenomenal opportunity for the church to really reach the masses.
Yeah, it's really
Hammond, how
exciting.
many different states did you say tuned in? Do you know that number right off?
I don't remember how many states. It was probably at least a third of the country. It was definitely coast to coast. But yeah, we have all those stats. I'll provide that. But it was, and that's the cool part is it was all over. When you looked at the map, it was from coast to coast, north to south. It was beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you're really here tonight, Hammond, to really talk about that aspect of the technology aspect, the live streaming. Can you speak a little bit to your experience with broadcasting and from a project standpoint, what are you trying to do? I know you're working on a few projects. You also have World of Acapella. I think it's important for our listeners to know who you are and to start looking out for some of the work that you're doing.
Sure, well, I appreciate that. So it goes back to 2004 when we started streaming at a congregation called Mountain View Church of Christ in Dallas. That's where we were really experimenting with the technology. I don't know. I believe we were the first congregation to do it, but I do know this, that the late brother Johnny Wilder Jr., a lot of us know him from the group Heatwave. He's also a member of the church, and he produced a lot of the acapella music we enjoy. He actually commissioned me to build a streaming platform. It was about 2005 or so. And that was the first one. He had like 100 tracks that we put on. And so that was wmusic105am.com. And so working with him and his family, that was really the seed of what is now becoming World of Acapella. And the idea of World of Acapella is that we're creating an environment where all the different, acapella entities who have broadcast platforms, who have broadcast outlets to come through one venue. So that way the viewers, the people around the country can see all that's going on. For example, we're going to have a Cama channel. Stevie B is going to have some channels on there as well. And so it's an awesome opportunity for people to get a common experience. Because that's one thing Brother Wild and I talked about, was that there's so many different technologies and different things that people are doing is that it's hard to find everybody. Mm-hmm. So we want to have an environment where everybody can come with a similar experience, but a diverse group of artists, a diverse group of producers, where people can get resources if they want to have things produced, written, and to help the artists, and also for them to be able to make a living off of it. And so, again, I'm excited that now, after all those years, technology is now paving the path for us to do the things we envision. And even in supporting visions like Brother Emerson and Brother Pratt, because Brother Pratt's been wanting to do some things that technology just hadn't allowed. So now we're finally able to start doing those things. Like next year, I have big dreams. I'm not going to say now because I want to manage the expectations, but I think we have some big things coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here live in Jacksonville, Florida, the 2024 National Academy of Christian Acapella Music Artists Award, and we're here with Nia Purpose from Charlotte, North Carolina. Nia, tell us now, what has it been like for your experience here at Cama?
Wow, it's been a great weekend. I know this is day 2 for me, but it's always awesome just seeing all of the people that I listen to, that I'm fans of in the Brotherhood, and getting to hear them sing live and network and meet and talk with them. It's really great. There's no other experience like it.
Now tell us, what is one of your favorite artists that you've been dying to meet, and you finally got a chance to meet them here at Cama?
The Lancasters.
The Lancasters?
Yes. I grew up listening to acapella, and I actually just heard them on a live stream before Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving. So it was nice to meet them in person and hear them sing in person.
Now tell us, listeners, what has this National Academy of Christian Community Arts Award experience been like for you?
So it's been very welcoming. It's nice to have people who remember me from 2 years ago when I was here last and say, hey, I remember you performed and I love your song and I'm streaming it now. So it's just really nice to meet people who actually have been impacted by the music and remember me too.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is my first Cama, and I am just thrilled to be able to meet the artists that I feature on my radio shows.
Yeah.
So Nia Purpose has been on my shows a few times, and she's released new music. Tell us your latest single that you put out.
So my latest single is called Because of You. I wrote the song, and Brother Dwayne Pugh from Dallas,
he Dwayne.
Did the background vocals for me. So I'm going to be singing that one live tonight. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I love the song, and I've gotten really great feedback about it too.
Well, we're looking forward to having you on the stage tonight here at Cama, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nia Purpose from Charlotte, North Carolina. This is Stevie B here at the National Academy of Christian Acapella Music Artists Award here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Be here next time.
See you in 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live here in Jacksonville, Florida at the National Academy of Christian Acapella Music Artists Award. We're here on the red carpet. Yes, it is red. We have Tiffany Bumpers here from Rochester, New York. Tiffany, tell us what it feels like to be here at Cama.
It feels comfortable. It feels like this is where I should have been years ago.
I know that.
But God was holding me, so I'm here, and it feels good.
Now, tell us what is some of the new music that you have been working with Ron Walker from Edmond, Oklahoma. Tell us about that latest album he just released.
Definitely have to give accolades to Ron Walker. I've been watching Ron since I was a little girl. His parents are maybe like 45 minutes away from me, but Ron heard me sing at church a couple years ago, and he kept asking where I've been, and I was right there in the congregation all my life. So it's just a wonderful thing. But at any rate, as far as the songs, we have completed the project called Body and Soul, Mind, Body and Soul, and it is on YouTube. It's on all streaming platforms. There's some great singing on there, great artists on there, and there's more to come.
Now tell us, are you in the lab now working on new music?
I am currently writing some things for myself so that I can complete my own personal album.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, give a shout out to some of your loved ones in Rochester, New York.
I have to give a shout out to my mom. One, she's here with me, but I'm going to give all of this that's happening right now, I'm dedicating it to my brother, Devron, who we lost earlier this year. He was also in the music business. He was in the R&B world, but the boy was bad, and we never got a chance to record, but I just want to give a shout out to all of his friends, the group Black and Wild that he was with under Devontae, but at any rate, I wish that he was with the church. He's no longer with us. All the other family that's there, sorry I can't call you by name, but personally I want to say Rayasha and Arandis Bumphus, my children, I love you and thank you for being the two that you have been all through the years while your mama was raising you. And now I've taken off and had to go back into the music world to do what I needed to do for the Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Stevie B. We're here live at the National Academy of Christian Acapella Music Artists Award here in Jacksonville, Florida. Tiffany Bumpers, one of the hottest gospel
Thank
the
you.
artist on the scene. I just love having her on the show. She always does a great job. A very powerful voice. You're going to love what you're hearing from Ron Walker's 2024 album, Mind, Body, and Soul, featuring Tiffany Bumpers from Rochester, New York.
All right.
Cama.
And
Thank
if
you.
you all are just tuning in to us, this is On the Red Carpet at Cama 2024 with myself and Therica Lane and Stevie B of Stevie B Media Productions. And we have guests with us tonight. We have Robert Guy, Hammond Burke, and John Edmerson. It's so wonderful to talk to all of you this evening. So, John, you talked a little bit about the workshops. You really were instrumental in bringing together a lot of talent on a lot of different levels. So, speak a little bit about the master classes and the talent that you brought forth there, as well as with the workshops.
Right. So the master classes, we introduced that as a lead up to Cama to promote Cama and to begin to reinvent ourselves in the minds of people. We not only want to be the award show, but we want to be the awards weekend. We want to be similar to the Gospel Music Workshop of America. And we want to be a learning venue where people can take their craft to the next level. A lot of that involves knowledge and being exposed to the right people, getting the right information. So we came up with a list of people that we thought could present to us, other members of the church, men and women, who have skill sets that could help us. And that was a hugely successful venture. And then the actual workshops themselves was just phenomenal. I so thoroughly enjoyed working with my dad. He and I did a session on artificial intelligence. We actually took a song that I wrote back in '93 called "I'm Glad I Know You," and AI helped me reimagine it as a country song. So that was certainly funny to watch us see AI create that right on the spot. And then, of course, we had Ron Walker was there, Joy Carr, Anthony Lancaster was there. It's just so many to just name everyone. But it was a great learning experience. Now, moving forward, what we want to do is we want to package those sessions and we want to show them. So what Hammond has talked about with our channel would be a great place to show those workshops. And Thurk, I want to compliment you and Marvin for being the media darlings that recorded the event. It was so professional and just the way that we went about it. We've never had the kind of turnout with our workshops. Saturday was standing room only. Literally, we had to go get extra chairs. We know next year we're going to have to prepare for a larger gathering. But you and Marvin and Lachelle were such a big part of that. So thank you so much. And before I forget, congratulations on your Cama, Church of
Yeah,
Christ Digital Network. Yeah,
yeah,
congratulations.
yeah. She beat me out.
Oh, well,
You won last year, Stevie B, in 2022, right?
Right, right.
Okay.
Hey, there are no winners at Cama. We're all recipients.
all recipients,
All
right?
right.
Right.
Yeah, I am
Now,
so.
John, I did have a question for John, though. John, you brought some new ideas to Camel Experience this year. And one of those ideas was the youth track led by Genesis Archer. Now, why was
Hmm.
the youth track? Tell us why the youth track was so important.
Well, if you look around, a lot of those artists that are there, a lot of us are way into our 50s, like Robert Guy. I mean, we're just getting older, and we have to really be aware of this next generation
Right.
and pouring into them and looking for ways that we can support them. So we thought the Cama youth track would be a good way to do that. We did
Hmm.
not have the kind of throw that we wanted to have this year, but we had, I think, at some point, maybe between 30 to 40 kids working with Genesis and her team over the weekend. So we see next year. When we say next year, by the way, we don't mean 2025. We mean 2026. Camas every other year. We see this being a big part of Cama, and we want to pattern it after the youth vocal camp, which is what used to take place down in the Athens, Alabama area several years ago. And our children, Felicia and I, and our children went to that for several times. So that's just the idea, Stevie B. How can we start pushing more of this music thing into the hands of young people, and then letting
Hmm.
them know that a cappella music is a genre that's created, that's created, it's beautiful. You may have some interest to do other things, and that's cool, but we want you to make sure that you set aside some of your talent to do some good a cappella music. And that seems to be something that we're going to be talking more about. Now, let me just say real quickly that we're also interested in igniting the whole hip hop rap thing. And we had some late submissions that we'll probably work into 2026, and we have some artists that are going to work to release some music for us in 2026. So we're just trying to be relevant. Hip hop is the third best-selling genre in the world. So we'd
Right.
be crazy not to find a way to work it in. Of course, keeping it a cappella, to work it in and really not try to be relevant with today's consumer. So that's just a few thoughts along those lines.
And we
Wow.
actually do have some artists who are producing
Mm-hmm.
rap in
Mm-hmm.
their acapella music because I play some of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah, so as we are, I mean, we could talk about Kama and artistry and gospel music for wow, we could have this conversation for a long time, and maybe we'll have a part 2 and a part 3, but as we close out, I want you all to kind of weigh in on a thought. And when you think about Kama 2026, what is your vision in general for a cappella gospel artistry in the churches of Christ and for around the world? And really, how can Kama specifically help us get there? Because I think a lot of those individuals who aren't really familiar with Kama, they may not understand that this is something that they should really support and get involved in and talk to their churches about. And so I want you all to kind of help them understand how this can be a vehicle to move us forward in the future. Let's start with you, John.
Kama has been and continues to be an influence in churches of Christ. A lot of people that are household names became household names because of Kama. Um, we we're seeing its importance, and we're encouraging this new group of artists, and of course our more mature artists, to see the value and to talk to their congregations about putting us in their budget in some way, looking for some ways personally that they can support Cama, maybe even with their jobs. Sometimes jobs have ways that they'll match donations to certain causes. But we just see it as an important venue, and so it's kind of up to us to create the right kind of programming that where people can see our value. That's why the master class we had a session where we talked about mic use and all the different microphones that are being used today. We sing a cappella, and a lot of times you can have the best singer in the world, but if your mic is not really tuned properly, if you don't have the
Mm.
right type of mic, it can just really prevent you from being qualitative in your presentation. So yes, I see Kama as being a vital, vital force of what's to come. And with companies such as Lane Media and Stevie B, with people with the talent of Hammond and Rob. We're going to get there. So thank you so much, and Thurka. Thank you, Stevie B, Rob and Hammond. We love you. We appreciate you.
All right, Hammond, what do
Yeah.
you think?
Oh, well, it's funny because one thing about this particular genre is that I've always said that the artists that I was introduced to like 10, 15 years ago have such radio quality productions that there are catalogs of music that the world has not yet even seen. We want to encourage our new artists and our new music, but we have whole catalogs of people that people will be surprised at how much music is actually available in acapella. And so a lot of us have been ahead of our time for so long, but because of technology, this is now the time. And so as we introduce, now that we have the medium to introduce it, I think a lot of people are going to be, before it might have been one-offs, like you might have heard of one particular artist or another artist, but now we're going to have vehicles where you'll be able to hear dozens of artists at a time, just like any other genre. So the fact that, like, let's say Paul Williams comes out with a CD and a lot of people hear about it, the problem is we didn't necessarily have anybody in the wings to back that up once, just like with radio. But now we can just bring out artist after artist after artist because of technology. So I'm excited to see that. And for by the time we get to the next Cama Awards, I want the world to be already familiar with a lot of the artists that are going to be presented.
Yes, you are contagious, Hammond, when you talk about technology. You just get me excited about the technology. Rob, what
Runs
do
through the
you
blood.
Yeah, Rob, what do you think?
It's. I see Cama. Somebody's going to be knocking down our doors for this to be nationally broadcast, if not internationally broadcast on television
Yeah.
and other mediums. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. That's where we want to go. And you may ask, why do we say that? Are we aspiring to be known by the world? No. Scripture tells us we are to go and to make disciples of men. Our mission is to go and to reach the world. And through this medium of song, there's no other means that you can get to people stronger than music.
Right.
And when you couple it with, and it's led by the word of God, and these artists who are phenomenal writers, arrangers, vocalists, all of that, when you put all that together and you say, hey, you know, it's got to be done. This is one great avenue that Cama can help launch that and people to be appreciated, like Brother Pratt initially set out for. It's an appreciation for the artist for the work that they do tirelessly in ministry week to week in their local ministries. But it's no wonder you look out and you see the American Idols and the Voice and all these shows that you got people that are in the church and out and otherwise that are just gifted, talented people, talented singers, and they're going and chasing after these, and that's fine. But it proves to me there's so much talent out there. But man, we've got so much. We saw it at Cama this year, and now it's time to package that and get it to that next level so people understand. Hey, I've got a talent, but it's got to be packaged right. It's got to look right. It's got to sound right, so that people are open to hear it. And what do we want them to hear in the end? The word of God.
Yes.
That's our goal.
Amen. Amen. Wow. Well, Stevie B, this has been on the red carpet
On the red carpet.
at
Yes.
Cama 2024. And we have been on the red carpet with Robert Guy, Hammond Burke, and John Edmerson. Thank you guys so much. We hope you enjoyed this show. Enjoy everyone on the red carpet that you're going to meet tonight. Have a good evening.
Hey, man. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here live in Jacksonville, Florida, at the National Academy of Christian Acapella Music Artists Award, and we have here on the red carpet Steve Adams from Houston, Texas. Steve, how you enjoying Cama this year?
It is, again, it's amazing, man. I don't know how they keep doing it every year, and it just seems to get better and better. And it's going to be bigger this year because they're streaming it this year.
That's right. Now, why don't you tell us, Steve, some of the music that you've been producing here in the last few years? What should our listeners be listening for from you?
Oh, well, I'm old. I've been around for a long time. I'm just working on now, about to release my 9th studio album with some amazing, I'm really excited about the growth and as an engineer, growth as an artist and writing with this acapella, which now is branded Aca Soul Gospel Music. You know, the link that we've created where you can find all the Aca Soul artists in one place, so you can look, you can shop till you drop with Aca Soul Gospel Music. So I've had several albums over the years that have been very well supported, and of course, it's all to the glory of God. We're trying to just give God messages to people in a way that they like, that they can appreciate them and learn from them.
Now, I do have one album that I am so fond of.
Which one you have?
The Spiritual Nightingales Rebooted.
Oh yeah, that's the one I did with my dad.
That's with Brother Elmo Adams
Yes,
Jr.
Sir.
You know he brought me to tears on that show, right?
Oh wow, that's
listen
my dad's
to that
amazing.
show? Oh,
My
he brought me
dad's
to tears
amazing,
on that
and
show.
we did that as a legacy within the family because we've been singing. He the one who started singing at this level, and to have something that we all got to go, but to have something to hold on to for years to come with his grandkids and his kids all involved, man, that thing means a lot to us, and it's blessed a lot of other people.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here live at the Cama Awards here in Jacksonville, Florida. My man Steve Adams from Houston, Texas. I love his music. He has about 9 albums out right now. Any new music we can expect to hear from you?
Exactly. Tonight we're gonna be all right. I know you're going through troubles, and I know that you feel like sometimes so frustrated you want to take care of it yourself. But the Most High is already, he sees what's happening, and he got you. If you wait on him to take care of it, it'll be taken care of better. We're going to be all right.
Now, I'm going to tell you my favorite song from Steve Adams. He just released it, Another Level. You want to perform that?
We won't get to that.
Another Level, man.
Yeah, living on another level. That's on the new release. SteveAdams1.com is my website. You can discover all of my music and do downloads. Buy what you like, don't buy what you don't like.
Hey, thank you for joining us here on the red carpet here at Cama, ladies and gentlemen.
Amazing.
Give a shout out to somebody
Stevie
before
B.
we
Hey,
we here in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
in the house,
Cama.
man.
This is my first Cama, so I'm just as excited as everybody else. I'm just glad to be able to meet the artists that I've been featuring on my shows, so I'm just glad to be here as well.
Thank
you,
you,
brother.
What you and your support team are doing, man. You guys are making a huge difference because Aca Soul gospel music, it's been around for a long time, but it's been slept on because we never really marketed and promoted it to the masses, but that's changing right now. And it's just something for people to discover and be fed and taught to look to God for.
Now, how can our listeners and those who are viewing get to this Aca Soul website?
AcaSoulMusic.com.
AcaSoulMusic.com.
AcaSoulMusic.com. AcaSoulMusic.com. It'll open you up to a plethora of a cappella gospel artists.
Steve Adams, ladies and gentlemen, here at the red carpet at the Cama. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Yes,
Appreciate
you, man.
All right.
God bless you.
Hello, this is Anthera Kalain with the Church of Christ Digital Network and Cama 2024. Look who I have next to me, Anthony Carter.
Hey, it's Anthony Carter, representative from Chicago. I'm so excited to be here at Cama, and thank you for this wonderful Songwriter of the Year award.
I know, that is awesome. That is awesome. And you were also up for a video nomination tonight as well.
Yes, it's just been a blessing all night long. I got to meet one of my heroes, Brother Lancaster.
Yes.
This is the first time I've ever met him. When I was 15 years old, I was singing his song a cappella.
Wow.
Soul to soul, brother to brother.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just been a blessed night.
Wow, wow. When you think about songwriting, what do you think really inspires you?
I stay in tune with things that happen on a daily basis and just channel them through the creative process. And when you're always turned on to finding meaning in different areas of life, God will just reveal things to you. So many times I just wake up with a song.
Right.
In
Wow.
the morning. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And when you wake up with the song, do you immediately start writing or do you start playing? Like, what's your process?
I do. I have a notebook on my nightstand. I'll grab it. I'll write down. I'll take my phone if I have a melody in my head, and I'll hit the record button and just record it really quickly. And then after I've got that nugget, it just flows from there.
Wow, that is absolutely awesome. How can we hear more of your music?
Go to AnthonyMusic.com. That's no H, ANTONY, music.com. And you can download my older album and this brand new album with 3 songs on it that everybody's singing. If anybody has a reason to sing.
Oh, yes.
And Give Me a Song to Sing Like Jesus.
Yes.
So there's some old school hits that everybody loves that you'll enjoy, and some brand new stuff too.
Oh, that's awesome. Tell us tonight, what does Cama 2024 mean to you?
Oh, I'm excited about this cool jacket that I got to wear, and it's just been a class production. Giving all kudos to Brother Pratt and all of the work that you guys have done with John and you and your family too. You guys are doing it. I'm excited, and I want to be a part of it going on into the future.
Oh, excellent. Everybody, this is Anthony Carter, and we're at Cama 2024.
All right.